cylinders. So anyway, on this V6, this is cylinder 6, 5, and 4. On the other side, it's like 3, 2, 1. So anyway, on the computer said that cylinder 6 is misfiring, so that's this one right here. Driver's side, back. And so I'm just going to take an Allen wrench. These are star screws, but you can use Allen wrenches for that as long as you have the right Allen wrench. Star headed, if you have a star head, then that works best for screws that are hard to get out, but for something like this that'll come out easy, you can use Allen wrenches if you want to. So I'm just going to pull this thing out and just unclip this. All you got to do is pull this tab back. Tab right here. Just go in there and pull it back just like that. And then you grab the whole thing and just pull the whole thing back. These clips nowadays can be a little hard to get off. Okay, so anyway, this right here is your air, like your air filters are right here. There's one on the right here, and there's an air filter on the left. They're inside here, so if you ever want to change those, you just got to take these screws out. Right here's one, and this will come apart, and then you change that air filter. But anyway, this thing just sits on top of there. There's a cover that goes in front of here that pops off, and then you just pull these here out. You just pull these off, both of them, and then you pop up one side, and then you pull up the other side. And this hose you pull straight out as well. And then this whole thing just comes off. It's a good idea to put a rag over this because you don't want any dirt to get in your intake. But anyway, after that, then you can get down here, take this clip off, and screw here. Take this off, and I'm gonna inspect the spark plug and probably just change that. If the spark plug is brand new and it's misfiring, then most likely... Okay, so if you haven't taken these coils out yet before, if the spark plug isn't bad, then probably your coil's bad. And if you get a coil, when you pull these out, there's a little resistance, so you just gotta pull on them and they kind of pop loose. And yeah, if you get new ones like this, you want to make sure that you get a good one. You want to make sure that you get like a Bosch or a good quality coil, because if you don't, then they usually don't last very long. Okay, so I got this 5/8. This is just a 5/8 spark plug socket. You just go down in here, make sure you get on it right, and just turn it left. You'd be turning this way for anybody that doesn't know. And these things, this is just a magnet that's very handy for getting out spark plugs. Once it's loose, just go down in there, pull it out, and yeah, it's pretty simple. So I mean, you just want to inspect it. On the white part here, if you see any like black or brown lines that are going up and down, then that's usually a place where it's arcing, or like where something has gone bad inside the spark plug, and then there's a brown line on this white here. So that's one way you can tell that it's bad. And get this thing to focus here. I can actually see very easy what the problem. Like, I mean, you couldn't even get a piece of paper through here. Like, there's supposed to be a gap in between those two, which there is on this one, but it's not a big enough gap. Like, every vehicle is different, and you can look up what that gap is supposed to be. But I can see that this gap isn't as big enough as it should be. I don't know if it got hot and got melted or something, or if somebody just put the spark plug in wrong and it was maybe like that, or it wasn't gapped right when they put it in. And so I'm probably just gonna bend this up a little bit. Usually if you get spark plugs at an auto parts place, you can get like a round silver, it looks like a quarter, and then it has like the gap measurements on it. Okay, so this is what you get at an auto parts store to use to gap your spark plugs. A lot of spark plugs are pre-gapped, so you don't have to gap them when you put them in, but just make sure you ask them if they're pre-gapped or not. And if they're not, pre-gapped for your vehicle, then you can get one of these there. They're usually up by the desk. And like here it says 0.02, 0.03, and it goes all the way up to 0.1, you know, 0.08, 0.09, 0.1. And so you can look up your vehicle online. Just go on Google, put your vehicle in, and look up what the gap. Okay, so I got the spark plug regapped, and I put the cylinder 6 spark plug back in, and my check engine's still on, but I just scanned it with my computer, so and it didn't come up again, so it's running perfectly now. So yeah, if you got a misfire and it's cylinder 6, then that might be your problem, or yeah, any other problem. But yeah, I just got this scanner here that I use. You can get these online. It's just a maxi diag, I don't know, whatever. But it's just this is like a $35 scanner that you get online, and it's for like any foreign vehicle, Mercedes, Beamer, whatever. Basically, it tells you if you go. I just ordered this thing off of eBay for like 35 bucks, and it's just as good, or actually it's better than some of the ones you get at auto parts, because a lot of the ones at auto parts are like $200-300 bucks. And this thing does just the same thing as those do. So, but this one's just for foreign vehicles. I got another one that's for US vehicles. But anyway, so 1 week you can delete that check engine light, is just disconnect your negative battery terminal for like a half hour to an hour, and then reconnect it, and that'll reset the check engine light. And for I know a lot of newer vehicles, they reset by themselves too. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching.